What up, it's your boy Roy Jones Jr. Just knocked out a hell of an interview with Real Life Street Stars. Check it out.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
it ain't real life. Just ain't real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Real life street stars, man. We got a legend in the building. Do it big then. Do it big then. Man, I gotta ask you right off the bat, how did you link with them niggas to get a song, man? That was a classic. We from the South, bro.
Well, what's funny is that, it's like Mr. Magic came. He had just got out of a deal with No Limit.
Yeah.
And he came to me, he said, man, I got a few songs I want to work on, and I got a few songs I want to do. I want to work with Body Head. Let's see what we can make happen. I said, all right, come over, let me listen to him, and we'll talk. When I heard the hook, I said, there go the song for the summer right there. He said, what you mean? I said, there go the song for the summer right there. He said, you think so? I said, no, I don't think nothing. I know so.
Know so.
You understand me? That's a remix to this, gonna be the hottest song of the summer. You think? No, I don't think.
So did you ever think about catching a verse on that?
No, I only wanted a small verse because I don't smoke and I don't drink.
Right.
You understand? So it's like I tell people, for me, rapping is very inspirational, but I take rap serious. So if you rapping, it should be something that you can relate to for real, or you shouldn't be talking about it.
Now, it's a trip, right? Because when you had that song jamming, you were like in the height of your career, you was really knocking people out, and then you came out with a smash. Did that make other boxers a little jealous? Like, damn, man, he venturing out in the other lanes, like.
You know, a lot of boxers didn't really show it, but I know they were. Yeah. Because the first thing they would say is, man, you leave that rap stuff alone. You just focus on boxing, you know? Yeah. Because that's a form of jealousy. You understand me? But here's the point. When God is for you, who can be against you? God don't bring you something that he don't want you to do if he bring it to you that right. Yeah. You understand me? When I heard the hook, here's a guy who's sold millions of records already. Didn't need to hear me. But when he bought the hook, he had no clue as to what I saw. But God showed me. There go the hottest song of the summer.
And it still rang off.
You said something. You said you don't smoke and you don't drink.
Nope.
Right? How long you been like that? All your life?
My whole life. Listen, when I started boxing, I started writing down everything that I saw people do in my head. If I saw you do something that took away from your boxing career, that went on my page. I can't do that. So I saw kids that were doing drugs, guys older than me. I saw guys that were smoking weed. I saw guys that were smoking cigarettes. I saw guys with too many girl problems. I saw guys with everything possible to keep them from making it. And some of the stuff they didn't have to be doing. You understand me? So it's like, I ain't gotta smoke or drink. You understand me? It's other things I can do. Do I love women? Yes. Do I love having fun? Yes, but my fun can't go as far as the next person's fun because of the lane I'm in. You understand me? So that's why when we did the verse, it's like, Roy ain't gotta smoke or drink because Roy can't do that. But I had to clarify that because if I get on saying, I talk about me smoking and drinking, I'm lying because I don't, and I still don't.
So you never tried it or anything like that?
For what?
Yeah.
I walk on a natural high.
Now I gotta ask, like, what was the follow-up single? You can't just come out with one, bro, and not.
Well, people didn't understand. It's like if you don't, it's like, I gotta be careful how I say this, but I feel like, this is just my opinion, I feel like if you don't sell out to the mainstream, you're not gonna get the push you deserve.
Gotcha.
Right? So that song was big, right?
Right.
But the follow-up song was even bigger, but nobody pushed it. Dang. Because they don't understand, right?
Right.
The follow-up song has more views on YouTube, has 5 times as many views as that song has. The follow-up song was Can't Be Touched.
Oh, man.
Can't Be Touched got over 260 million views on it right now. And this is a boxer.
So wait, did you go platinum?
So
platinum. Are you the only boxer to have a platinum plaque? Probably,
without a question. Without a question. Without a question.
I walked to the ring with the plank. Fuck.
Yeah, without a question. But you know, it's like when God do so much for you, you gotta be careful because it's like a lot of people say, well, that ain't your lane either. Well, why isn't it my lane? Because Ali did rhymes before he went in the ring. So if you're gonna do or take Ali as a corner post, then you have to take what Ali did and magnify it a little bit more. So the next person got a little bit higher goal to reach now. Ali set me a goal. So I gotta take that goal and move it up a notch to set the next person a goal. Right. And the next person gotta take what I did and try to move it up a notch to set a new goal.
Right.
If we don't, we're not getting better.
But okay, here's the thing too, like, and I'm just thinking about this, like, you're one of the best boxers in the world, right? And you have 2 smash singles. Like, at that point, doesn't a record label come to you and be like, hey, Roy, man, we want to cut a deal. You're a great A&R. You're something like, did they not try to like sign you to a long-term deal, or were you like, man, I got my own money. I don't even need this?
He ain't gonna sell out. He ain't gonna sell out. Ain't no sense of going talking to him, but we know he's not gonna sell out. Right. So if we go talk to him, it's really a waste of our time. He's not gonna sell out. He only gonna do what he gonna do, and he ain't gonna do it but one way, because his lane is over there. Right. We can't offer him what we offer other people and say, hey, sign that line, we're gonna give you this. He already got that.
That's right.
So why would we go to him with that?
Right. So now you fast forward, right? And now you have a new single, right? Mm-hmm. And now you don't have to really sell out, or you ain't really got to do nothing with nobody. Now you can actually just upload it yourself. You can take care of it yourself. Number one, let's talk about the single. It's called what? Can't Turn My...
Never Turn My Back.
Never Turn My Back. What made you decide to start dropping music again? Was it because of the landscape of the music scene and how you can release it?
It's partly because of the landscape of the music scene, but now it's so much easier to drop music. You don't have to depend on nobody. You can just do it on your own platform pretty much. So it's like, it's so fun for me, and I love to see people with talent. The one thing about me is I was always able to identify with people with talent in any sport, in anything. So it's like, people don't understand my point or my take on a lot of things, right? It's like, I know in my mind, and I understand people's arguments, but for what I've seen, I was a Dr. J fan first. In basketball, in my humble opinion, there will never be nothing to pass what Michael Jordan did, in my humble opinion. In football, Emmitt Smith is my boy.
Hey, shout out Dallas.
All right, Emmitt Smith won the because he's from Pensacola, same place.
That's true.
And we graduated the same year. So Emmitt Smith will always be one of my favorites. You understand me?
So you telling me Emmitt Smith and Roy Jones came out the same school?
Same city, not same school,
okay,
same city. Same city, same year as high school, yeah. Both of us graduated 87, right? So, but even outside that, now, he's one of the most prolific running backs ever, right? In my opinion. You see Barry Sanders, you'll never see nobody do the things that Barry Sanders did on the football field. You understand me? Those are blessings that people can't move, you understand me? So it's like certain things won't be moved. Just that that's just what God put them there for. Right. So when that happens, you have to respect it. So it's like the same way with artists. I know when a guy has the ability to be a star. When I met, right away, I had a guy named Hodge the Ripper. Hodge Ripper helped me write the first Y'all Must Have Forgot. Hodge Ripper was a star. He just never got developed the way that he should have got developed. Then I met Mr. Magic. Mr. Magic was a star. He just was dabbling in and out of it, but he was a star because he had something different. Right. I know different talent when I see it, right? Now I got this kid named SM Bullet. SM Bullet is a star. I know when guys are gifted. So what I do is I take that gift, and you take that gift and mold it in the right direction, you can get out of here with that gift. You feel me come from? Mr. Magic bought that song. He had no clue that was a hit, but I can hear that. I have a dead ear for a hit, you understand me? So I knew what I was listening to. The second record, nobody believed me. Nobody thought that was gonna be the next best record. I knew that record was gonna outlive that hit because I said it, because that's my lane. Can't Be Touched went way further over the world than I Smoke, I Drink did.
So when you were growing up, did you know you were gifted in boxing? Like,
I wouldn't say I knew I was gifted. I knew I had the heart. Yeah. And when I saw Muhammad Ali box, I knew I had the mental aspect covered. So now, all I needed was, if somebody teach me how to use my hands, I felt like I could do what Ali was doing, and possibly even take it a step further because he laid my foundation. If I take that foundation, I should be able to take everything he did in that foundation and add to it. And that's what I thought I did, or I tried to do anyway.
Yeah. I know, man, like growing up, you know, we watched you fight and we were like, how was his hands so fast? Like you were so fast, you know what I'm saying? And I remember heavyweight fighting just used to be the thing. And now it doesn't seem like it anymore. It seems like all the featherweights and the lightweights, you know what I'm saying, seem to be where the fascination with it is. What is your take on why that shifted like that?
Because in the old days, before social media, and this is why he'll always be the greatest in my book, right? All the things that Ali was going through, all the things that he had going on, at one point, Ali was the most known face on the planet. And this is before the social media era. The most known face on the planet. That says a lot. You understand me? A black man living in a racist society, and he's still the most known man. He's still the most known man on the planet. So that's why heavyweight boxing probably would never get to be that again. It's like I just told you about Michael Jordan. Certain things is not gonna happen no more. You understand me? So he was so big that these dudes today, they don't have that big of a personality. Now, who has close to one is the guy from the UK, which is Tyson Fury. But it's like, until you can conquer America in boxing, you're not really gonna be looked upon as the same. So because he's from the UK, he's cool. And to me, he does have a big personality, but he don't have all the razzle-dazzle and the other stuff that Ali had to back it up. You understand me? So you can have big personalities, but God got to sprinkle that spice on you to make you just right.
Right. So we got to get straight into it, man. We're from Dallas. You know what I'm saying? We got our boy Errol Spence versus Crawford that went down. You was sitting ringside. He was actually these two was at the fight too. I don't know if y'all seen each other. What was your early prediction prior to the fight?
My early prediction prior to the fight was that I've seen Crawford make changes. I've never seen Errol have to make changes. Therefore, I feel like Crawford gonna make Errol have to make changes, and because Errol hasn't had a lot of practice in making changes, he's not gonna be able to do it. So I didn't think he could beat Crawford. Now, one chance he had was if he can hit Crawford good, he may have been able to knock Crawford out. That's always a thing in boxing, because if you can catch him right at the wrong time, you can't knock anybody out. Yeah. That was the only chance I thought he had going in, though.
Yeah, man. And to watch the fight, man, I ain't gonna lie, he started off good. It looked like he started off good.
Well,
it seemed like he was right in the fight.
He did everything he was supposed to do, and he landed that shot.
Right.
But when that shot didn't bother Bud, I just started shaking my head. I said, it's over. Because if he couldn't knock Bud out right away, I know the fight was over. It's like, if you have a box and you have tools in it, but every job you get, you ought to be fixed with a crescent wrench. With a crescent wrench. When it comes time to use that 9/16 or that half inch or that screwdriver or that hammer, all that stuff gonna be rusty. You're gonna be out of practice with using that. Therefore, the person who's been using their whole toolbox is gonna have an advantage on you. If you can't knock him out right away, you're done.
What does it feel like to lose at that magnitude?
It's a bad feeling, son. It's a bad feeling, especially when you're a warrior like Errol is, and you're a warrior like myself. It's a bad feeling. Even though, it's like, we know our body's not the same. Your body's not the same after going through an accident, getting thrown from a car at above 117 miles per hour.
So you do think that played a role?
Of course it plays a role. Come on, man, there's no way that cannot play a role. Listen, I'm not a hater. I don't hate nobody. I'm not taking nothing away from Bud, but the facts are the facts. You understand me? I'm an example. You understand? I lost 25 pounds coming from heavyweight back down to light heavyweight. My body never was the same. You got in a car wreck, you got thrown from a car doing 117 miles per hour. Your body not the same. I'm sorry. I mean, and that's no excuse. That's not the reason why he lost. I don't think he would have beat Bud anyway, because he had been working on all of his tools all the time. Right. But your body is not the same after that, trust me. So,
this led me to my question, right? Because I was like, this fight was technically supposed to happen years ago, right? And now you see a lot of these boxers have like 20-0, 30-0 records fighting each other. It's like, do you think it's a lot of like ducking and dodging when it comes to boxing now?
Well, And don't take this as a knock because he did a great job, but he did it for himself and it worked for him. But everybody now wants the Mayweather concept because Mayweather made so much money, staying undefeated, waiting till the right time to fight Pacquiao, finding the right people to fight at the right time. He monopolized the business. But the problem was it only made him money and the people he was fighting. It didn't make money for the whole sport. So what he did himself a great job, but it hurt the sport because now everybody wants to fight, stay undefeated. You understand me? Me, it's like when two guys get here, they gotta meet. No, wait. They was here 5 years ago. Yeah. They should have met. You understand me? Because now we probably could have got 3 good fights out of it. You understand me? But because we waited too long, the problem what people don't understand is tomorrow's not promised to nobody. Guess what? We fortunate that we saw the fight. Because to be honest with you, Earl came back from dead and made it back and fought this fight. You know how far that is? You get thrown out of a car at 117 miles an hour, you're basically dead. Yeah. He got brought back from the dead and still made this fight happen. We lucky because we really weren't supposed to ever see this. You understand me? We really were never supposed to see this fight because he's lucky to even be here. So the fact that he even went out there and did what he did says a lot. This man came from death.
So you think Errol Spence, can he beat him? Is there any way?
Not now. His body's not the same anymore. I mean, he gonna give him a better fight at 54, maybe if he makes some adjustments. Yeah. But I don't know that he gonna beat him because, to me, I don't think his body's the same. Now, if he make adjustments and make sure he doesn't get caught, like he did when he fought Garcia, like he did when he fought 2 guys since the wreck. Those guys couldn't catch with nothing significant. Yeah. He made sure that with his pressure. So if you don't catch him with nothing significant, he'll beat you because he's still good, you know?
Now, a lot of people made a lot of big deal of Bud coming out with Eminem. Does that have any psychological effect, do you think, when you're walking out with lose yourself in the moment?
Well, it can and it can't. And I'll tell you why. And that's a good question. When I fight, if I got a hype song, I don't care what you get. Now we're gonna match up a little bit, but I don't care what you get. Now you can't outdo me in that. If you outdo me, it's gonna have a little bit of psychological effect on me. If you outdo me, all that does have psychological effect. So like when I fought John Ruiz, Scarface bought me out. Yeah. You can't top that, right? I was not worried about him topping it, because that's my favorite. Right. So you could have brought anybody with you. Didn't matter. You wasn't topping it. Right. But here where you made a mistake at, you came out to, I think, is it Billy? I think it might be Billy Joel. Anyway, the song he came out to was also one of my favorite songs. So you done messed up twice. I got super hyped when I came out, and when you came out, you hyped me up a little bit more.
Hype off your shit.
You feel me?
Now I'm just hyped.
Because you don't understand my musical diversity. Yeah. You understand me? You thought you was going way somewhere to the north. You still landed in my yard. So you helped me twice. I said, I know you in trouble. I done got 2 walkout songs.
Oh, yo, ass. So, but okay, so back to you know the Floyd thing, right? Yeah. So now everybody's ducking everybody, and we're not getting the fights that we're supposed to see. What are some of? Name me like 3 fights that we were supposed to get. That it is a shame that we didn't get when we were supposed to get it.
Actually, take you back. We didn't get Floyd Pacquiao when we were supposed to.
That's a fact. That was
you understand me? Because, and like I said, I'm not knocking Floyd. Floyd did what he did. Floyd is a businessman. That was Floyd the best at. Floyd one of the best businessmen ever, right? And Floyd knows that when this game is over, people not gonna take care of you. You gotta take care of yourself. So he did it his way, and he don't care what people think because he don't have to worry about people taking care. He take care of himself, right? But we should have saw Pacquiao Mayweather before Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez. You understand me? Because if a guy gets knocked out, he's not the same, right? Yeah. That's number 1. Number 2, we should have got Wilder Joshua a long time ago. Oh, yeah. Now both of them took losses. Wilder took 2, 3 really from Fury, and Joshua took 1 from Ruiz, 2 from Usyk. So it's not the same anymore, right? Number 3, we also should have gotten Fury Joshua by now. Fury still hasn't lost, but Joshua lost 3 times now. So if Fury beats Joshua now, it's not the same as when Joshua was undefeated. You understand? So So it's a lot of fights that don't get made in the right time. And that this Crawford Spence fight is made, but after the wreck, bro. A lot of people gonna say it's not the same. Now, it's not Bud's fault, because Bud been trying to make it since way before the wreck happened. You understand me? But Errol thought he had time. We don't know our time. So this what happened to me. I was about 21-0, and I didn't know that they offered my daddy James Toney for me to fight at 160. I didn't know it. By the grace of God, when I found out, I said, oh, nah, that'll never happen again. Because if he's supposed to be one of the best, and they brought him across my street, I'm supposed to be on his head. Or he got to get on mine one. So me and my daddy parted ways. And the very next time they said his name to me, yes! Why? He pound for pound the best right now. He at 168, he one weight class above me, which ain't that much, and he's supposed to be the best. Well, guess what? To be the man, you gotta beat the man, right? I ain't gonna wait till the man get beat. I gotta be one to beat the man. If somebody else knock him off the hill, then I don't get full credit for that. That's why people say today they don't know for sure if Mayweather could have beat Pacquiao in Pacquiao's prime, because he waited till Pacquiao got knocked out and then he fought him. You understand me? Me, I wanted to make sure that didn't happen to me. Now to show you how far God goes back with me, back when I was a kid, that was a fighter, my favorite fighter by the name was Salvador Sanchez. And there was another fighter who won a good fight I like too, by the name of Eusebio Pedrosa. Sanchez was Mexican, Pedrosa was Panamanian. Sanchez was the WBC featherweight champ. Eusebio Pedrosa was the WBA featherweight champ. I wanted to see if they came together, whose style would prevail, because I was a deep, deep, deep guy into the boxing mechanics. They both had awesome mechanics. I felt like Sanchez would beat him, but Pedrosa had very good bolo punches and body shots. So I wanted to see it. Sanchez gets killed in a car accident at 22 years old. I never see it. So you know what that taught me? You know what God was teaching me then? I vowed that if I ever got in a position to where I can make a super fight with another undefeated fighter that people wanted to see, I gotta do it. Because I don't want another kid to suffer from wanting to know and he don't get that opportunity like I did when I was a kid.
So, who can beat Terrence? Who can beat
Fury? Fury's question is a little bit more reasonable than Terrence's is. I don't know who can beat neither one of them because neither one of them haven't been beat yet. A lot of people think Usyk can beat Fury, which I don't know about that. I don't know if Usyk can beat him or not. Some people think Joshua has a chance. I don't know about that. I always told Fury, matter of fact, I told Fury about 6 years ago. I said, if you go get yourself in shape, clean your life up, get yourself right, none of these guys can beat you because he has a high IQ and he's 6'8", 6'9". So it's very difficult to beat him because he's so tall. People are used to punching down or punching even. They're not used to punching up. Everybody pretty much in the heavyweight division that fights Fury got to punch up. That's his advantage right away. But Crawford, on the other hand, I don't see nobody around that's gonna be that beat Bud unless it's somebody way bigger than him. But don't sleep on the fact that if him and Tank fought at about 145, that's a good daggone fight. You understand me? Matter of fact, I'm gonna say that's a good damn fight. You understand me? Because they both have very high IQs and Tank is very explosive. See, that's the one thing Tank got that Errol didn't have. Tank has explosiveness. In boxing, an explosive fighter can go a lot of places. I was only able to cover the weight that I covered because I was so explosive. If I wasn't explosive, I couldn't have covered that much weight. Explosiveness keeps people in check.
What's your thoughts on semen retention?
Or what?
Semen retention, like not having sex during a fight.
Well,
What is the opposite of retention?
it's different ways it can work, right? So the best way is, to me, I think 3 weeks, you should pull yourself back. 3 weeks makes you hungry, makes you want to go, makes you everything you got gets restored, you good to go. Anything over 3 weeks is kind of useless to me. You understand where I'm coming from? But I used to try to make sure I pull back 3 weeks. Now, if there are games I learned that you can play later on in my life. Like they say, if you can get yourself aroused, but not go all the way, it raises your testosterone. Right? So if you can get yourself aroused the night before, but not go all the way, you're at where you're supposed to be at. The problem is most people can't get themselves aroused after 3 weeks off and not go all the way.
Y'all bad.
You understand me? So it's a very difficult game to play. You understand me? But you gotta know how to manipulate your body to do that. So it's best just not to try to play the game because you're probably gonna lose.
Right.
But that's how it should go.
How many times a girl, you know, like the girl boyfriend get mad and call, man, who is this nigga? And he called, oh, it's Roy Jones. Oh, shit. God damn it. No, so at the end, Bud called out Charlo.
Yeah.
And Charlo was saying he felt disrespected because how do you get to just come up to my weight class? You haven't even tested in this weight class and you get to just challenge me. Does he have a right to say that, or is it like what is the difference moving up weight class? Is it really a difference, or is it just?
Hey man, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If the feds came and kick your partner door down next door, and they kick the door down on the other side of you, you think they give a damn about kicking your door down? Okay then. That man won titles at 135. That man won titles at 140. That man now the undisputed champion at 147. You think that man give a damn about going to 154? You better open your eyes. This man don't give a damn about you. You better open your eyes, you understand me? He don't give no cares about who you are and where you at, you understand me? And for you to be talking about you feel disrespected, well, Canelo can say he feel disrespected that you coming up 2 weight classes to fight him. So you gotta think about what you saying. Because if you saying he disrespecting you, then aren't you disrespecting Canelo? Because Canelo is 2 weight classes above you. Your brother only 1 weight class below him. Your brother would have been, if you spend Bud disrespecting you, your brother would have been disrespecting him too, because he's 1 weight class below. But you're 2 weight classes below. So if Bud disrespecting you, then you're really disrespecting Canelo. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Come on, bro. You gotta open that book up and read the fine print.
Can you break down the art of dodging a punch? Like,
depends on how you dodge it. Here's the problem. A lot of people don't understand. So when you fighting, right? I always teach my fighters, when you go out there, don't get caught the first round. Play the game. See what he's doing. I want you to jab at me a few times. I want to see what you're doing. Because what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a flaw in your punch while I'm dodging it. Right? Because that flaw that I find is what I'm going to make you pay off. But I got to dodge it first to make sure I get you to throw it a few times. So it's different games we play.
You had a fight one time and you went in there with I want to say a broken wrist.
Yep.
Yep. And you still won.
So I beat him with a fractured wrist. Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah, like how do you do that? Explain that.
Well, for me, God gave me 2 of these. Right?
Which wrist was fractured, by the way?
This one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Left.
Yeah, left. So God gave me 2 of these. What's funny is that if I heard this one, which stay hurting the amateurs, I knew for a fact I can beat you with this one, because this is my workhorse.
Yeah.
But when I fractured it, my workhorse was fractured. Can I beat you with this? That became the question, because I never did that before. But when I thought about it, I said, you know, this wrist got fractured. Fractured. If God didn't want me to fight for real, it would have got broken. Completely broken. Wait a minute. You got Whitney Houston finna sing God Bless America. You in Radio City Music Hall, never had rap music in Radio City Music Hall before. Never, no cap. You got Method Man and Red Man gonna walk you out. Do that fractured wrist really matter? No, we fighting. That's who I was. That's exactly how that went.
Did you ever have any damage to all the fights? Like after all the fights were over, like any damage to your mind?
I had a bad memory. I think my memory took some bit of a lashing from boxing. I don't think I had nothing really detrimental yet, but that's still out there because I fought for 40 years. You gotta have some effects. Just they haven't shown up, and hopefully they won't show up, but you have to have some effects. So people don't understand that, but you'd be an idiot to think that you're gonna box 40 years and not feel something from it. You feel me? The fact that I can sit here today and still have a good conversation, the fact that I can go rap, the fact that I can do different things to make my mind work, makes it show you that God has been awesome to me. And I also try to make sure in my prime I didn't take a lot of punches. So.
You're working on something that has to do with that, right?
Yeah.
What's that called?
It's called Fieldcoin. Fieldcoin is the first philanthropy app that is going to allow people to set themselves up a retirement in boxing. Boxing has no pension for fighters. Boxing has no retirement for fighters. You understand me? This Fieldcoin app is going to give them a way to create their own pension, to create their own retirement fund. You understand me? And I feel like by using Fieldcoin to do this, it's going to change the whole outlook on boxing. Because once you get started in boxing with the Fieldcoin, everything you do is going to contribute back to your retirement. So if something happens to you after 2 years, you got your Fieldcoin money saved up over here for your retirement. If you got to retire now, you all right.
So it's like 401k for boxers?
Yes.
Okay. That's what's up. Is
Yeah.
it only for professional boxers, or is it like
No, it's gonna be for everybody. It's gonna be for everybody. It's like you're gonna be able to get on there,
Got you.
create your own person, create your own image, and you can start selling things. Like we're gonna make it the way you can sell like the NFTs.
Right,
You're gonna be able to
NFTs.
sell NFTs on there now. You're gonna be able to do anything you want. So even if you're an amateur boxer, say you're an amateur boxer from Dallas,
Right.
You can create your NFT and put it on your Fieldcoin situation and make it for sale. Who buys it? Some of the money goes to you. Some of the money goes to your pension. But it's all what they call it, transparent.
Right.
You can see where every dime goes every time. When you fight, when you sell stuff, when you listen to stuff, anything you do is all transparent as to where the money goes.
So you saying me as a regular human being, I get in there, get in there and get the going?
Yep, you can
Okay.
get it going. Well, and you ain't gotta be fighting.
Okay.
You can be doing
Oh,
anything.
I gotta be fighting, so I gotta.
No, you don't have to be fighting. You
Okay.
can be doing anything.
Yeah.
But the problem is whatever you're doing to gain Fieldcoin,
Right.
here's what it make you do. In order for you to get the money that you make, you got to give some away.
Okay.
So they creating givers by making you, if you don't give some away, you can't get yours.
Okay. Hey, use that real life promo code to get you $10.
Mike Tyson and you fighting, man.
Now, back to it was past the prime time. You don't think that was like, no, we would have loved to see that in his prime.
I tried to make that in our prime.
Okay, gotcha.
He said he wasn't into boxing.
Right.
When I won a heavyweight title, I said I'll fight one heavyweight as a world champion. I said if I ain't fighting him, I'm going back to light heavyweight to finish what I had planned on doing. Mike Tyson was the only heavyweight after John Ruiz that I would have fought. I said that loud and clear. And they said he wasn't fighting no more. He didn't want to fight at the time. So I tried. I only can control one side, but I did try.
And then
Wait, you went into a draw. Do you think that decision was just?
No, I don't think it was just, but at this age, it kind of don't matter. We just did it because the people trapped in the house need entertainment. Why not give y'all some entertainment?
And it was like in the middle of the pandemic too.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, how did
That's
that?
what I'm
Wait a minute. So like, how did that? Because man, that whole time was scary. Because I was actually working. I was bartending at the Mavericks at the game where they shut it down. And I remember looking at the other bartenders like, "Damn, what we gonna do?" You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And for you, I just never thought sporting would be impacted by anything in life. So when you seen that, what was your initial thought when you were like, "Damn, we can't. There's no basketball, no football."
It's over. Everything gone. It's over. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's over. But that's how God works because he know that put us in a situation like that, how can I say no when Mike Tyson says, I want to dance and I need a dance partner? How could I say no? On the problem was, they said, y'all can't go out there and try to kill each other to the head. Y'all can do whatever you want to the body, but you can't kill each other to the head or we're going to stop it. First time he hit me in my chest, I feel like a mule had kicked me in my chest. I said, well, dang. You understand me? I'm like, man, this thing, woo. So it was crazy.
and you were a movie star too, man. Like Matrix 2.
Yeah.
So how did it feel to land a role like that?
I
That's
got-
big. That's a big role.
Yeah, it is.
It's a real big role.
Like I said, man, it's all blessings from God. And like I told you, when I go back and look at my life and look at what has happened, and when you see all the things that are coming out by Hollywood and all that right now, it's like, it's amazing to me the way God allowed me to slip in and slip out, slip in and slip out to avoid the dangers. And he kept me away from all the dangers. And I can only be grateful to him for that.
So now you look at yourself being in, The Matrix 2, right? And then you turn around and you look on Instagram, they got a Tubi movie where a black man is curving a bullet past a tree. Do you be looking at it like, man, what is happening right now?
I be looking at it like, thank you, God, I got it. Thank you, God, you saved me from what I thought I wanted, because that is not what I wanted.
But it's dope though. One of the things I do like though is that we as black entertainers or just people trying to make things happen, we can do independent films.
Getting a lot more opportunities now with the way things are going, and being able to do independent things makes it so much better, because now you don't have to depend on nobody. And it's good that it's that way, because if we had to play by the rules, we would never get anything done.
Right. So do you plan on doing any independent films? Or I know you're really big into music. I can see movies being the next thing for Roy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hadn't planned on doing it, but if there's a situation came that made sense to me, or there's something that God brought to me that I knew that was God led and that what God wanted me to do, then I would do it.
All right, so you had a virtual fight. Roy Jones scores KO in first ever metaverse celebrity boxing match. How does that even happen?
Well, they said, hey, you want to do a fight in the metaverse? I said, I don't really know what the metaverse is, but if I can win, you damn right I'll do it. Because I don't care what verse it is. As long as I can fight and I can win, I'll take it. So they're like, nah, that's a good thing. You gotta go in with this big dude, and he gonna be trying to knock you out, but you gotta go in the ring with him and you gotta perform. It's all right.
Also, it's a real boxing match. Just people can see it in the metaverse. Oh.
They made it look animated.
Oh.
But you had to go in there and do it for real.
Oh.
Yeah.
So was it another real boxer, or it was just?
Well, he wasn't a boxer, he's a weightlifter, but he's big as hell and he's strong as hell.
Gotcha.
But since I was used to licks from Mike Tyson, I'm like, how much harder could this be? You understand me?
Right.
He's a weightlifter, but he don't know how to do it like Mike do.
Right.
So, and he was strong as heck too. Now, don't get it wrong, but it was what it was.
So you're really pioneering a lot of stuff, man. I ain't gonna hold you like we talking about music, metaverse,
listen,
movies.
Listen, I only got married because I was the first one to ever touch my wife. If it wasn't meant for that, I never would have got married. I love to be the first one to do stuff. If I can be first, I'm gonna probably do it, because I feel like as a leader, that's what you should do, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna be first, then you there. If you ain't gonna do it first, you the second don't pay the same. You understand me?
Yeah.
First place wins the race, you get paid.
Yeah.
Second place, the prize is the same. I don't like to be second, I like to be first.
Right.
You understand me? That's just something God also put on me. It's like, I had this crazy thing, I got a friend of mine, he'll tell you the truth too about it, he'll tell you that it's true, but like when I go, say if I go pick a litter of puppies, right? You got a litter of dogs, you wanna sell me one? I wanna pick my own, right? But I'm gonna find the most unusual puppy in that bunch, whether it's his personality, whether it's his color, whatever it is, I want the most unusual one, because that's the one, you connect with him, you got something. You understand me? If you just go get a puppy, if it ain't unusual, you don't have nothing special. You gotta find, special comes in unusual forms. You understand me? Nothing good gonna be normal.
That's a fact.
You understand me? We don't see a lot of, I know they take bad flag, it's bad to go with the good or with the wrong, but it's like, Michael Jackson was crazy, but we don't have a bunch of Michael Jacksons born. Prince was different, but we don't see a bunch of Princes born.
That's a fact.
You understand me? So to be unusually good, it's gonna be unusually weird.
Yeah.
You understand? If it ain't unusually weird, it's not gonna be unusually good, because it's just the balance of life.
Man, man, I ain't gonna lie, you done a lot. We ain't even talked about the video fight night, man. The video game, man. Like everybody was playing with you on fight night. Like, what does that feel like to be immortalized in a video game?
What's so funny was I was talking to a kid on the phone yesterday out here in Dallas. Yeah. His dad said, you know what this is? He said, no. He said, you ever heard of Roy Jones Dream? I use you on fight night. Well, how you don't know me?
Nah, for real. You was a monster.
Yeah, but no, but it's like I said, everything I've gotten, man, has just been a blessing from God, because I never expected that boxing would bring me to so many places, you know?
Did you ever play with yourself, like when you're playing a video game? With,
I got two twin sons, right? When they got about 8 or 9, I used to play video games a lot.
Right.
They got about 8 or 9, they were playing on video games so much. they would start beating you so bad in video games that I retired from video games.
Either
I got to retire or y'all got to get out.
now y'all talking trash to me in my own
You
home.
feel me? Y'all got to retire or y'all got to get out.
Now talk to us about you've actually been doing broadcasting. You know what I mean? You know, everybody sees Roy Jones. He's speaking on the fights. Like, how is that? Like, do you like that part of your career? Is it just the natural evolution?
I actually used to love it. That's where I know Bud Crawford from.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I was a commentator on HBO, and that happened by default. But I got the job there, and it was a great thing. It was great while it lasted, and then HBO got out of boxing. But I can tell people, here's another issue with that fight, and I hate to keep going back to that fight, but I took criticism for this, but here was my point. I said that Bud had a little bit better resume than Errol had.
Right.
People say, how you say he got a better resume? Well, how many fights did we see Errol really go into that we thought Errol was gonna lose?
Right. That was your
You understand me?
Right.
We didn't even think he was gonna lose to the kid he went and fought overseas. We didn't think he was gonna lose that fight. I definitely didn't think that boy could beat him. Kell Brook. I didn't think Kell Brook could beat Errol in no country. You understand me? Terrence Crawford, on the other hand, the first time I seen Bud Crawford, he was put on HBO to fight against Brady Prescott, who Brady Prescott had just knocked out Amir Khan. They wasn't pushing Terrence Crawford, they was pushing Brady Prescott. Terrence Crawford beat the brakes off Brady Prescott, but Terrence Crawford wasn't the one that was being able to be pushed. So I've seen Terrence in more than one fight that Terrence necessarily wasn't supposed to win. Because when he came on the scene, he wasn't supposed to win that night. He had to make a few changes and he brushed them off. So I've seen Terrence multiple times have to make adjustments to get the results that he wanted in a fight. Because there are guys that he was beating, but he wanted to stop them. So he had to change things so that he can get them out of there. I watched him do it. So when I was telling people this, I'm saying, listen, I've seen him change more than I've seen him change. I don't even know that he can change, but I know he can. So quite naturally, if you ask me who I think will win, the guy that can make the adjustments is who I'm gonna go with. That's with basketball, football, any sport. The team that can make adjustments is who probably is gonna win. Do that mean I like the Rams better than I like the Raiders? No. But when the Rams got the quarterback from Detroit and got the defense that they got, the Rams became a team that could make adjustments, and the Rams won the Super Bowl. 15 years, well, he played in Detroit about 13 years, ain't won nothing.
Real.
1 year the Rams win the Super Bowl.
So I gotta ask you now, who do you think is on the Mount Rushmore of boxing?
Who right now?
Period. For you, like, you've seen you've analyzed it, you've seen it, you've been in it. Who do you think are the 4 greatest fighters ever?
It's very hard to say, but if I had to create my own Mount Rushmore, it would be tough, but I would put Ali first. And I'm gonna take myself out just because it's me doing it.
Right.
I'll put Ali first. I would probably put Sugar Ray Robinson second because he and Sugar Ray Leonard kind of the same. So I put the Sugar Rays second. I'll probably put the Roberto Duran third, and the Roberto Duran be him, Julio Cesar Chavez, Salvador Sanchez. I'll probably put that group in 3. And then I'll probably put Mike Tyson somewhere around the 4. Yeah.
And now I would say, who do you think are just give me 1 or 2 of the most slept on boxers right now?
Most slept on?
Slept on boxers. Because like for me, right, I'm a casual boxing fan, right? So it's like, nigga be like, oh man, y'all going to watch the fight? Like, oh shit, who fighting? Oh shit, okay, bet. Like this is how it is now, right?
One of the most slept on fighters is Bud Crawford.
That's what I'm saying. I never seen him fight before until then. I was like, damn.
One of the most slept on fighters was Bud Crawford.
Yeah. He ain't slept on no more though.
No, he ain't slept on more, but he won. He one of the most slept on. Because another slept on fighter was Andre Ward. A lot of people slept on Andre Ward because he wasn't so flashy and nothing.
Right.
But they couldn't beat him.
So what is that? Is that just politics? Like how does somebody that good get slept? Because I don't think nobody. And I'm just going off of the hype in the media, right?
Let me take you down that road though. So, Andre Ward, right? People know how good he is. Why they didn't know how good he was? Because he didn't have a substantial name that the American public knew. that they can rate him to, right? So he beat the Carl Frochers of the world. He beat the Arthur Abrahams of the world. These guys are celebrities and stars in their own countries, but not in the United States of America. You understand me? He finally had to beat Kovalev, who came over here and made a name for himself in this country. He had to go up and meet Kovalev as a light heavyweight, 2 weight classes up, to even get a name, right? But if he hadn't done that, he wouldn't even have a name that he got right now. Now he retired undefeated, just like Floyd. He was so good in boxing that the boxing world, every time that Floyd retired, they would say he was number 1 pound for pound. But he didn't have that number 1 pound for pound opposition that people in the United States could relate to, right? Hence why Bud Crawford wanted to fight Errol Spence for so long. The United States public know who Errol Spence is. A lot of the other world didn't. The rest of the world, a lot of them don't. But the United States public knows who Errol Spence is. They know who Victor Postal was overseas. The United States don't know who he was. They know Gamboa, of course, but he's a Cuban. The United States ain't paying that much attention. They don't go pay attention when they see you beat another guy that the United States sees as a threat.
Right.
That was Errol Spence.
Yeah.
So if you don't get those big fights like that, people don't know you, they sleep on you. Now for Andre Ward, they didn't tell the truth about it. Nobody tells the truth about it. But the fact of the matter is that Triple G in his heyday, when he was making all that noise, trying to find a place to solidify his name, should have moved up and fought Andre Ward. Because then you're a monster at middleweight, well, he's a monster at super middleweight. But your trainer kept saying you're too small. I went from middleweight, junior middleweight to heavyweight. How are you too small? He's only 1 weight class above you. So they denied, to me, Triple G and Ward the opportunity to become unslept a long time ago. Because if they would have fought, it would have created another trilogy or a situation where people want to see it over and over and over again. It never happened because the trainer didn't want to take the risk.
Who was your toughest opponent?
The toughest dude I ever fought, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna keep it real with you 100%. James Turner is the toughest dude I ever fought. People say what they wanna say, James Turner was a beast. It's so bad that the guys in the UK, Steve Collins, Nigel Benn, Chris Eubanks Sr., they had a trilogy going on. He got on TV and called all of them, you know what's, and nobody did nothing about it. That's how much they feared him. You understand me? That's how cold this dude was. I thought one of my toughest fights in the world was gonna be Michael Second to None. Because Michael Second to None really could box. He was a tall left-hander, and you had to give up a lot to get to him to get him. And I knew that he would be tough because he was gonna be what Tommy Hearns was to Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray had to give up a lot. See, Sugar Ray, I was messed up and all, but he had to dig down and go get him. That's how I felt like I was gonna beat Michael Nunn if we ever would have fought in our heyday, because he was IBF middleweight champ on my way up the ladder, right? James knocked Nunn out before I got to him. That's how cold James Turner was. James Turner was 44-0 when I fought him.
Golly.
Wasn't no game. He was fighting him, he was jumping on him inside the ring and outside the ring. He was the truth, trust me.
That's crazy, bro.
Have you ever had, like, when it's time to fight in the ring, like, have you ever had like a bad day and it led up to the ring and then you just had to still go out there and then it was just a bad fight?
I've had several times where I had bad days and bad things happen right at the time for me to go fight. But I always took that and turned it into, if that's what God wanted me to do, if that's what God wanted me to go through, then I gotta go through that. You understand me? Because what happened to me at the Olympics when I got robbed of a gold medal,
Yeah.
I quickly realized that was God lighting a fire under me.
Right.
You understand me? It wasn't a negative I thought it was a positive. Because the hotter that fire is, the higher my balloon gonna float. Well, that fire wasn't hot if I won a gold medal. That fire simmered down nothing if I won a gold medal because I'm satisfied. But because they robbed me, God just lit that fire.
Now I gotta ask about this. I've always wondered about this. You know, they always talk about betting, sports betting, and people taking a dive. Is that a real thing? Like, you know, you hear it conspiracy theory wise, but is it really a thing for people to take money and take a dive in the ring?
It may have been back in the old days because the mob was a lot more involved in it. Nowadays, I don't think that's the case.
Right.
I think there have been guys who take a dive because they were afraid.
Right.
Like, to me, I don't think Mike Tyson ever hit the kid from New Jersey. What his name was. I can't think of his name now, but I don't think Mike Tyson really ever hit him. I think he just was afraid of Mike, and Mike might have missed him by a little bit of the uppercut, and he just laid down. Because, but that wasn't because of sports betting.
Right.
That was because he was afraid of Mike Tyson.
Right. Yeah, now. So, like, you know, for you, you're out here right now. You're in Dallas. You have an event tonight, right? Jake Paul? What is going on? Jake Paul is out here? What's going on tonight?
Jake Paul fighting Nate Diaz.
What's the outcome?
Well, I think Jake beats Nate because Jake has been doing more boxing.
Okay.
Nate was a good boxer, don't get it wrong, and in MMA, he's a great striker. But I think Jake Paul has been dedicating his life to boxing a little bit more. I think he's probably surpassed where Nate Diaz is in his boxing career because Nate did boxing, but it was just so that he could use it in MMA. Jake Paul has selected boxing as his main sport.
Right.
So when you make that your primary, you should become a little bit better at it.
Right. So did you respect the Triller boxing thing? Because it was like real celebrity-ish, but it seemed like it brought some flair to boxing a little bit.
I kind of liked it at first until I realized that they weren't keeping their word. You understand? If you're not keeping your word, then your credibility goes down the drain right away with me. And sure enough, we see it finally fell off because they weren't keeping their word. What they told me and Mike, they didn't keep their word on. And when you don't keep your word, I'm done with you. You feel me? I'm not gonna sit around and argue, fuss, and cry about it. But when you don't keep your word, I'm just done with you.
So you had business with Triller?
And I'm done with them.
Gotcha. Okay, so do you respect the celebrities that get into boxing? Because I think it's what, Ryan Garcia? Who's the new YouTuber turned boxer? Do you respect the YouTuber turned boxer?
He's not a YouTuber turned boxer. He's a boxer turned YouTuber.
Oh.
Ryan Garcia. So
Gotcha.
he's the other way around.
Gotcha.
But this is what I say. I respect the YouTubers in boxing because the YouTubers are showing the boxers now that if you go get yourself a YouTube presence, that will greatly multiply your purses in boxing.
Right.
Because you have a following. Now you have a way, it's just like the music.
Right.
Now you got a way to go out there and create your own following. Well, they ain't got to tell you, oh, you only sold 100,000 records. Foolishness. I got 1 million people following me. If 10% of them bought my record, that's 100,000 right there.
Right.
So how can I only sold 100,000 when y'all also pushing it for me? You feel me?
Yeah.
So now they can't do that because this is what the YouTubers have also brought to the sport. So they're showing people how to take social media and flip it to make it work for you instead of you working for somebody else now.
That's dope. So I mean, you being like the A&R of the game, man. Who slept on musically, or who you jamming right now?
Who stepped on musically?
Yeah, like who are you
It's
jamming?
kind of hard because I don't really listen to a lot of new music now.
Right.
So I don't really know a lot of people like that. And I can't say it because I don't want to say it because I'm not giving everybody a fair shot.
Gotcha.
So like until I listen to everybody, it wouldn't be fair to say because sometimes you listen to people and you really hear what they say,
Right.
and they're a lot better than people think they really are.
Right.
You know. So to me, a lot of people slept on Scarface.
Oh yeah, but
You
not in
understand?
Texas.
Not in Texas because
Yeah.
he's from Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
But the world slept on Scarface.
Right.
Because if you go back and listen to what Scarface is really saying, it's still prevalent today.
Best storyteller of all time.
You understand me?
sure.
They slept on it. You understand me? To me, it's a few guys that people sleep on Method Man. You know what I'm saying? People didn't understand. They didn't get Method. To me, Method Man never got. They slept on DMX to a degree.
Man,
You know what I'm
DMX
saying?
was the GOAT.
You understand me? To a degree, they slept on DMX because when they tell me that this guy, this and this guy, y'all ain't understand what I hear. What this takes you, what this makes you want to go. You understand me?
Right.
That's my definition of music. So it depends on what your definition of music is, as to who you listen to or what you like. But I feel like those guys kind of are stuff on.
Like I said, I want you to put together the perfect song. What's the producer and who's on the song?
It's hard for me to do that right now because there's some really good producers. And like even with me with the Can't Be Touched song, that's a guy, Tim Spencer out of Pensacola. Anybody can come up with a good beat. I got a song I just released 2 days ago that Lenny behind you, but that courtside music did the beat to. You know what I'm saying? A beat can come from anywhere. You understand me? It's just a matter of how God puts the whole thing together. You understand me? So I can't really say that, but a lot of people won't understand this either. And I've never been a street guy. I love music. But two of my favorite songs ever are Phone Tap by The Firm and Gotta Get Paid by Scarface. Gotta Get Paid to me is the best song he ever did. I don't live that life, but if you did live that life, that's the best song ever to me. You understand me? Do you hear me? If you listen.
Get a power.
No. Go listen to that Gotta Get Paid, bro. Listen what I'm saying? Go listen. It ain't even on Apple Music, but it's on Spotify. Go listen to Gotta Get Paid, and you'll understand the way he describes that game. Right. I don't even do that. But the way he make that thing sound, it's ingenious. You understand why he's some of our favorite rapper.
Back to Errol Spence. So when he lost the fight, you see the whole city pretty much change on him, like switch sides. Did you ever experience anything like that?
Of course. When I lost the first time to Tarver, I went to IHOP, and a dude had posted up on the IHOP, the picture of me down with his trash talking on it because I was from Pensacola and he was from Pensacola. But I put Pensacola on the map. This the way you gonna thank me? Because I lose now or like that? What have you done? Nothing. What can you brag about that you did in life? Nothing. But you wanna criticize what I did. That's how it goes sometimes, you understand me? So if you're a real rider, you ride with your guy with. They don't cuss out the Dallas Cowboys because they don't win the Super Bowl every year. You understand me? Well, you cuss them out, but you right back on the bandwagon next season. So you don't jump off the bandwagon. You get mad because you lost. Yeah, we all get mad because we lose. But you right back on the bandwagon next season, right? All y'all still Cowboy fans, right? Yeah. That's all I'm saying. So don't jump off the bandwagon. Don't jump off the bandwagon. Don't be an Errol Spence fan now. You've been an Errol Spence fan this long. You still be an Errol Spence fan. You know, yeah, you're mad because he lost. None of us like to lose. But you got to still be a fan.
What would you tell him?
Earl?
Yeah, if you could talk to him right now about it.
I would tell Earl to, first of all, go get yourself checked out neurologically, make sure you're okay, because you did get thrown from a car doing over 100 miles an hour. Secondly, if you do want to box again, go to the lab, talk to some people, see what you're missing, see what you may be sleeping on yourself. Because from what I understand, you've been a pretty good fighter your whole life. But there's some aspects of it that you haven't had to use, that if you're gonna be champ again, you're gonna have to make some changes. Because some of these things that you stop using, you're gonna have to start back to using if your body's capable of holding up to do it. But your body gotta be capable of holding up first. So forget what people say. You made a lot of money. You did something a lot of people would never do. You understand me? You became a unified world champion. Even after being thrown out of a car at 100 miles an hour, excess of 100 miles an hour. You're lucky to even be alive. Forget about the bad. You did something people never do. You made a super fight. You was one half of that super fight. You understand me? If you can do it again, cool. If you can't, what you gotta worry about? You got paid, brother. Go enjoy your life. If your body can't hold up, now if your body can hold up, go back. Find somebody that got this to help you figure out where you went wrong at it. Try to tighten it up and see what you can do. I know you can become junior middleweight champ because you've been putting yourself down too long anyway. So if you became welterweight champ, you can become junior middleweight champ. But you gotta step back and evaluate everything first. Don't do it because other people say do it. Do what God leads you to do.
Have you ever knocked out somebody and felt bad?
Heck yeah, I feel bad just about everybody I knock out. You know, only people I don't feel bad about is the one that talk trash before I knock them out. Now you talk trash, I don't feel bad, but my conscience is not to hurt nobody. I just gotta entertain the crowd. Yeah. After I entertain, that's all. I'm back to me and me. I don't wanna hurt nobody. I actually cried after I knocked Vinny Pezens out because I thought I re-injured his neck.
Yeah, I forgot who you knocked out, but once you knocked him out, his face looked like
Arsenal.
Yeah, it looked like he was dead.
Yeah. But I had to do that because I had 4 or 5 jam fingers. I had 2 on one hand, 3 on the other hand. I couldn't go 10 rounds that night. So I said, I'm gonna set him up, hit him with an overhand right, hard as I can hit it. If I don't knock him out, I gotta stop because my hands were throbbing in my gloves. I set him up, hit him with the overhand right hard as I could. He went into a seizure almost. But
You speak about God a lot. Do you talk to God while you fight?
every day.
Like while you fight, while you're
I
in the ring?
talk to him beforehand. When you get in there, it's too late to talk to him. You ain't got it right now. Hey, if you ain't got together, if you and God ain't got together before you go in there, it might be a little too late now.
Yeah, might.
Cause he probably gonna ask you, why you wait till you got in there before you ask me?
Do you respect the Floyd 50-0, or is it like?
You gotta respect anything a person does and stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Shabby was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could retire at 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got the 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect it? Yeah. You feel me? Right. So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd, but come on, bro, you fight a guy that's 0-0, Conor McGregor was 0-0, and they let you do that? So what pisses me off is that I've had fights that I tried to promote in Vegas at the time with that same commissioner. He wouldn't let a 13-5 guy fight a 13-0 guy, but you would let a 0-0 fight a 48-0? But that show you that it's all gotta be about the money. That's the part that had me more mad than anything. I ain't mad at what Floyd do. Floyd gotta do what he gotta do. If Floyd can sleep with that, I'm cool with that. Would I say that's the best fight ever? No, I'm not gonna say that now. But if he's cool with that, I gotta be cool with that. How he make his money, you gotta respect. That's what he does. He tells you, he learned a long time ago, it wasn't about for him. It ain't about legacy, it's about currency. And he did exactly what he wanted to do. Right. So you can't be mad at him for that, but I'm not gonna tell you that, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, he the greatest fighter. No, I can't say that.
Right. Well, man, before we get out of here, man, tell him again, what is the single that you are pushing right now?
Never turn my back. I never turn my back.
Are you rapping on that?
Of course, but why would I not? I'm a pushing song, I'm not rapping on it. But nah, I do push some songs that I don't rap on, but yeah, I'll never turn my back, yeah. Courtside did the beat, it's awesome, you should listen to it. When you get a chance.
Oh, we about to jam that.
Check it out.
What other boxer you think needs to be on this couch?
Right now?
Yeah, that we need to hear some of their stories.
You should listen to Bud, you should listen to Andre Ward. You should listen to Mikey Garcia. He has a very different story. Most boxers have a story. Most boxers see, the thing people don't realize about boxers, they don't have the money usually to go to college. They don't have the funds or the support to do things like go through school and become doctors or become lawyers. They don't have that. So they have to get it from the mud. So most boxers are gonna have a story. Jared Anderson has a story. Bud Crawford has a story. Errol Spence has a story. Every boxer that you meet has a story. Not many boxers that you will meet that don't have a story. If you could get Paul Spadafore on this couch, get him on this couch and listen to a story.
That's loud, man. Well, man, Roy Jones, man, I'm just gonna say this, man. Me personally, growing up watching you, I'm saying, watching you, man, hey, we all are huge fans. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that we were able to get you, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We used to fight with you on fight night. We used to root for you. You know, I thought you was from Texas. I don't know why. You just moved like a Texas nigga, but Roy Jones Jr., you are a real life street star, man.